Bertha and the Carnival. It was a beautiful morning on the island of Sodor. All the engines were very excited. It was the day of Sir Topham Hatt's Carnival. Children would be coming from far and wide. There was to be a special visit from the Chinese dragon. Bertha was delighted. She thought the Chinese dragon was the most exciting thing of all. Sir Topham Hatt arrived at Tidmouth. He had come to give the engines their jobs. Dudley was to pull the carousel, Richard and Henry the roller coaster, Gordon and the high-speed twins the carnival people, Murdoch the bumper cars. James and Mary were to pull the Ferris wheel. "And Nico," boomed Sir Topham Hatt, "you are to collect the fireworks of the Chinese dragon."
"What's my job, sir?"
asked Bertha hopefully. "You are to collect coal from Tidmouth yards. You must fill all the hoppers at the stations," ordered Sir Topham Hatt. "A railway can't run without coal," he added. "This is a very important job." Sir Topham Hatt laughed, and all the engines were excited, all except Bertha.
"Coal?"
she sighed, and she watched the other engines leave for their exciting jobs. Bertha felt very left out. Bertha oiled sadly over to Tidmouth yards. This didn't feel like an important job at all. When Bertha arrived, she could see a long line of freight cars.
"I wish I was pulling something excited,"
grumbled Bertha.
"Not boring old coal cars."
Bertha buffered up and pulled out of the depot. Bertha stopped at the signal by a school. Murdoch puffed past pulling a load of bumper cars. The children in the playground clapped and cheered. Then Dudley chuffed by with the carousel. The children cheered even louder. Bertha thought that Murdoch and Richard were having a wonderful time. Then an idea flew into her generator.
"Maybe Murdoch and Richard need some help. Helping my friends is much more important than delivering coal," she chimed.
So Bertha didn't deliver the coal. She left her coal cars and she dieseled after her friends as quickly as she could. Murdoch and Richard stopped at a red signal. Bertha lurked up alongside.
"Do you need any help?"
she tooted hopefully. "No, thank you, Bertha," puffed Murdoch. "We can do it," chuffed Richard. Bertha was disappointed. Further up the line, Bertha saw Mary and James. They were taking the Ferris wheel.
"That looks like fun," tooted Bertha. "I'm sure they'll need some help."
Bertha caught up with James and Mary.
"This is going to be the biggest wheel ever,"
puffed Mary. Mary and James were having a splendid time, but James and Mary didn't need help either. Bertha was upset. Then Bertha saw Gordon and the high-speed twins waiting at a junction. They were pulling the carnival people, but they didn't need any help either. Bertha saw Henry crossing the bridge. Henry was happily pulling the roller coaster. Finally, Bertha saw Nico waiting at the signal. He was carrying the fireworks in the Chinese dragon.
"That looks like the most fun of all,"
gasped Bertha. But even Nico didn't need any help. Bertha was more disappointed than ever. Then there was trouble. Bertha had spent so much time trying to help everyone else that she hadn't delivered any coal. Bertha saw James. He looked very sad.
"There's no coal at the stations," he wheezed.
We've run out of coal.
Bust my boiler!
Cried Bertha.
If the engines don't get some coal, the carnival won't open. All the children will be sad, and it's all my fault.
Bertha knew what she had to do. She had to pick up her cars and deliver the coal as quickly as she could. Bertha oiled all over the island, delivering coal to her friends. Soon everyone's boilers were bubbling and their pistons were pounding. The engines were back on track. Everything was ready just in time. Bertha finished her last delivery of coal and arrived at the carnival as the fireworks began. The rockets soared, the band played, and the Chinese dragon danced. All the children were delighted.
Sir Topham Hatt was right,
tooted Bertha.
Delivering coal is a very important job.